I'm just going to give my testimony. It's going to be brief. I went through this for about a whole year. I was the lady in the Bible that had the bleeding.
Issue of blood.
Had the
Issue of blood.
The lady with the issue of blood. And for about a year, I had an issue of blood. And I had to get blood transfusions. Like every month, I had to get a blood transfusion. Till it got so bad, one month I had to get 2 blood transfusions. And what happened, I had bleeding thyroids. And so I was believing God to get healed for it. And then on top of that, they said I had cancer that in my body. They were sending me emails, they were sending me letters. Kaiser sent me a letter, I need to have surgery for cancer because I should have been dead. When I went into the hospital, every time I went to the hospital, I had to go by ambulance. My doctor called an ambulance because that was the quickest way to get me in. And they was asked, what's wrong with her? And you know, my blood count was so low. It's something in your body that keeps your blood count up. And mine was under the blood count. It's supposed to be like 12 and up, but mine was like 7. And then one time we had got down to 5. And they said, you know what, she shouldn't even be here. Because it's so much that goes on in our body that we don't even know about. And the doctors don't even tell you to at the last minute. So anyway, to make a long story short, I kept going to the hospital, getting these blood transfusions, and I was refusing to take the surgery because I knew I didn't have cancer, and I kept claiming that I didn't have cancer. But I really didn't deal with the thyroids like I should have with the cancer. So anyway, I went to the hospital one day, and then I said, you know what, look, God, I'm tired of taking blood transfusions. I said, I'm just gonna go on and let them go ahead, and I took the surgery. When I took the surgery, I didn't have any cancer.
Amen.
But they moved the thyroid. But I kept going like, okay, God, you didn't work on the thyroid, but I didn't really complain about the thyroid. I always kept talking about the cancer. But when I went in there and they did the surgery, when I came out, I asked the doctor how was everything. She said, everything's fine. And I said, do I need to take radiation or any treatment? And she looked at me, she said, for what? And I said, I don't have to take anything. I was supposed to have cancer. She said, no, we didn't have no sign of cancer. So I just thank and praise God that the cancer was gone. It wasn't there, because I went to 3 hospitals, major hospitals, and all of them said the same thing. You have cancer, if you don't hurry up and get surgery, you know, you should have had your will. At one hospital they asked me, do you have your paperwork made out? And I went like, what paperwork? And they said, you know, you don't have long. I said, what you mean I don't have long? You have cancer and it's just spreading through you. I'm going like, no, it's not. You know, I don't receive that. And they told me, they said, well, you're just in denial. I said, no, I'm not in denial. I said, God's going to heal me from cancer. Amen. And so when I took the surgery, I didn't have any cancer. So I just thank and praise God. God is a healer. Amen. And He still heals, but we have to stand on the Word. Sometimes we have to do things, but we have to stand on the Word. And now, since we, like in the last day, perilous time, they do anything for money. The hospitals will tell you anything to get you to take surgery, for the insurance to pay for it. Somebody's going to pay for it. But they want us to take all kinds of surgeries. But I refused. I said I didn't have cancer. I was going to church every Sunday. A couple of times they even had to call the ambulance to take me out of church. But I went to church and took communion. Amen. I wouldn't leave the church until I took communion. I went to the hospital. They took my pulse. They couldn't find my pulse. And then I just had to lay there, get another blood transfusion. But I kept on. I had a prayer partner, and she was calling me every day. She called me at night. I had 2 prayer partners. And they said, are you still in agreement? Yeah, we're in agreement. And so we just prayed and we prayed. And I would have to literally like crawl around on the floor because my blood was just so low I couldn't even stand up. It was like I was just dizzy. And I would just lose so much blood. You know, it was like, ugh, you don't want to see that. But anyway, that's my testimony. God is a healer. Hallelujah. He heals everything, but we have to stand on the Word. And while we stand, we have to fight. because it's a fight when your body is under attack. I mean, people go like, so sometimes I see why they take the easy way out, I'm gonna be honest, and take the Band-Aid operation and all that, because it's easier to take the operation and get a Band-Aid healing instead of sometimes fighting to get the sickness totally out your body. Because the doctors tell you our bodies are supposed to heal itself. But a lot of people don't have enough time to let their body heal themselves because they got to go to work, they're thinking about bills, you have to go through all this, you have to stand on the word, you have to have people standing with you, but mainly because people don't have time and their faith is not up there. So in this hour, it's time for us to get our faith where it's supposed to be, like in the book of Acts. We have to get our faith that high. Just like when the missionaries go to Africa, those people's faith is so high and they're so hungry for the word of God. Yes. They just receive it. They just receive it. They don't care. They just receive it. And they get instantly healed. So it happened in all these foreign nations. It can happen out here in the United States. It can happen in California, LA, Compton, Linwood, wherever we live at. It can happen. But we have to stand on the word. Amen.
Amen.